Hello, my name is Stuart, and behind me I have my property. Uh, I wasn't expecting to do this, but I will go into the full story of how I got this property. Um, so, in March of 2020, I was just coming back from a trip to Colombia. At that time, I had uh, no real interest in becoming a homeowner or a property owner. And So I got back. I was coming back from Colombia where I was learning how to dance, this particular dance called Zouk, and I came back to San Francisco. My rent controlled apartment, my previously rent controlled apartment in San Francisco, right next to the park that I was leasing, and I'm so glad I did not take on that lease because it was quite a bit of money, and San Francisco soon became my hometown became, what it is today, which is an unfortunate mess with the pandemic. The pandemic took a long-standing trend and accelerated that trend for my hometown. So once the pandemic hit, I was like, not going to do this. I'm not going to do this in San Francisco. And so I ended up buying a van, moving into the van, and driving into the woods where I did my shelter in place in my van. And I was just living on somebody's property in my van. And um, and it was an interesting experience. But then there was issues, and I wanted to find a place of my own. And at first, I was just looking for basic land that I could just park my van on and live on the van. This was a pandemic, so it was a very interesting time. And so then I ended up finding this place. And as soon as I stepped foot on the property, it was just like, wow, what a beautiful piece of property. And so I ended up buying it, and it's been about a year now. My goals since the pandemic, at first I wanted to do survivalness skills, primal living skills, because I thought the coronavirus was much more deadly than it actually turned out to be. And I know it's a very controversial issue. I have my own thoughts on it, but I'm not going to get into that here. But yeah, so I'm offering retreats here. If you ever want to do a retreat, this is like a beautiful place to do it. I've got a big house here and a second unit, and 5 acres of property. And if you can see behind me, this beautiful tree, that is just, I forget, we had a name for it, but I can't remember what the name was now. I do the massage right there on the table there, the bodywork. And let me see if I can. So the lighting here, I'm gonna get better videos for it, but just bunch of space here. And I'll do some more videos to show the rest of the property eventually. But I just wanted to kind of give you an understanding. If you are in California and you want to do body work with me, you can come out here and we can do it here, or I can come to you for an extra price. But if you're in California, and if you're not in California, I have breathwork sessions that I offer online. So you can find out more. Just look at the other videos on my YouTube, which is called Crazy Wisdom. And it's what is body work, what is breath work. Those can tell you a little bit more about those. But yeah, this is a property, really beautiful, really peaceful. It's animals all the time. I would love to have you come up and have some body work and feel amazing.